Time now for our political insiders, Tony May and Charlie Giroux here in the studio. And guys, we have a lot to talk about with the presidential nomination.
There's a lot going on between the candidates, but Donald Trump seems to be taking center stage. The remark he made about John McCain earlier, and there's a lot said today. Check it out.
Run for president, but don't be the world's biggest jackass.
I wrote the number down. I don't know if it's the right number. Let's try it. 202. 228. I don't know. Maybe it's, you know, it's 3-4 years ago, so maybe it's an old number.
Okay, that's Trump giving out Lindsey Graham's number after Graham, as you saw, called him that name in the morning news today for what he said about McCain. So, guys, I got to turn to you, Charlie. You're a Republican. There's a lot of going on within the Republican Party saying that Trump is really not helping the situation at all.
Well, you know, Donald Trump, Tony would be proud to say, former Democrat, not that long ago, a Hillary Clinton supporter, supported Harry Reid, Chuck Schumer, and a lot of other nice folks along the way. Look, he's a reality show pitchman. He knows how to get attention, and he knows that in a crowded field, 16 candidates and growing, that getting attention is what it's really all about. He's done that. Lindsey Graham called him out today. I'm not sure I would have chosen his words, because I'll tell you this, there's a lot of competition for world's biggest jackass.
Yeah, there is.
And the polls, the first poll out since this brouhaha has begun, Washington Post shows Trump ahead 24 points to 13 over Governor, how many there are?
Yeah,
There's
16
of them. But he has a huge lead.
A huge lead.
So some people must like what he's saying.
Well, in a world right now where everything has to be very PC, people are watching what they say, apologizing for comments that maybe, you know, 2 years ago they wouldn't have. Is it something to be said, though, Charlie? Is that why people may be flocking to him? That he's just saying it and that's what he believes?
There's no question that there is an attraction to somebody that's unvarnished, that's telling it the way it is, that isn't PC, that isn't scripted and reading somebody else's words. But if you look back just 4 years ago, at this point, Herman Cain was leading the Republican field for president. This too shall pass. But Donald Trump has touched on something and hit a raw nerve in American politics right now that crosses across partisan lines. People are angry, they're concerned about their future, and he's speaking to them in ways that Tony and I might not, but he's clearly touched on something.
Tony, there were some people today at Trump's rally that were interviewed that I saw on the news that were just saying, we just like to hear the guy talk because he does not talk like a politician.
Right. The other thing that he's done is to make some of these Republican candidates in the Dirty Dozen seem actually credible. So he's doing Republicans a backhanded favor by setting a pretty low bar for presidential dignity.
I will say this, the remarks about John McCain are unforgivable. They really are. I mean, all this other circus type stuff you can laugh at and everything else, but suggesting that John McCain, whose body was broken for his country, is not a hero, really crosses beyond. But, you know, on the Democratic side, they've got their own set of problems with Bernie Sanders, an avowed socialist, doing very well in the polls as well.
Tony, you want to remark to that?
Well, I think it's a good point. I mean, this race is not wrapped up on either side by a long shot. Hillary Clinton seems to be running a campaign like she has an open field, and it's going to just be a matter of waiting until she's nominated at the convention. But Sanders is touching some raw nerves of people, making some friends. It'll be interesting to see what will happen with the other candidates who are in it as well. Martin O'Malley, the governor, ex-governor of Maryland.
Charlie, do you think the Republican Party will try to, you know, get Trump to calm down? They have once.
I'm not sure
already,
anybody can get him to calm down. But I mean, look, Donald Trump's welcome to say whatever he wants. He's not the nominee of his party. He's not going to be the nominee of his party. And when the debate stage gets entered in a few weeks, the cream's going to begin to rise to the top. The winnowing process is going to begin. You're going to cut the field down significantly. And it is going to be fun to watch because the Democrats have their own set of problems. Bernie Sanders, who says the top tax rate ought to be 90%. In other words, if you earn a buck, you can keep a dime. And Martin O'Malley, who found out a way to tax rain. Tony should love that.
Okay. Well, we have to end it there. Tony's processing that. We'll save that for next Tuesday. But you can see our political insiders every Tuesday right here on CBS 21 News at 5:30.
And join us Sunday mornings at 11:30 for CBS 21's Face the State, right after CBS's Face the Nation.